Hi, IMS families. I hope you're doing really well. We wanted to connect with you today to bring you IMS update number 6. It's a message from your principal team. Up first is going to be Miss Budgets, and she's going to review with you the frequently asked questions document from our parent community. And she's specifically going to review new additions to that document, including attendance and grading. So there's some really helpful information there. Immediately following Miss Budgets' video, I would encourage you to bring your students to watch with you as I review the expectations for behavior in an online learning setting. We're excited about the work that our staff have done to build those expectations and hope you have a minute to review those with your student. Again, we hope you're doing very well, and please enjoy IMS update number 6.
I wanted to draw your attention specifically to attendance. So we've been working with the high school and the district office on trying to figure out our attendance procedures as we go into this online environment. And so what we're going to be asking our teachers to do is on Fridays in the afternoon, we're going to ask teachers to mark attendance. And that attendance will look like how much was your child engaging and attending to the tasks, the Zoom meetings, the Schoology interactions throughout the week. So your child will receive a 3 if they are logging in on a regular basis, they're engaging with the teacher in the learning community, they're completing assignments and tasks, and they're participating in the feedback loop. They'll receive a 2 if that takes prompting for them to do it, and yet they then are able to engage. They'll receive a 1 if we're not seeing them attend or engage in activities. And so then what will happen is over the weekend, our attendance secretaries will pull all that information together and then Monday morning send out an alert to families so that you will see what your child's attendance for the week looked like in each of his or her classes. So we're excited about that happening and looking forward to partnering with parents in regards to that. We also wanted to draw your attention to our behavior expectations document. So we've been working hard as an admin teacher team in order to create expectations for kids not only in attendance but on a variety of other capacities as well. So you're going to see this document, and Weston Lucas actually is creating a video specific for students around these expectations. But this document really captures the 3-level expectation as far as behavior in respectful tone and style, engagement and participation, attendance and work ethic, which you saw in the previous slide, and technology use. So we are really hoping that our kids and our teachers utilize these expectations across all classrooms at Islander now that we're online. Additionally, we updated our grading piece just to solidify that students will be receiving a pass, no credit, as a summative grade. However, throughout the trimester, they will be receiving the same sort of grade feedback loop that they were receiving before we ended school in March. So you'll still see grades and or 4, 3, 2, 1 as a teacher typically would, but at the end of the trimester in their summative grade, it will be a pass, no credit. So as you go through here, you're going to see that there are many elements that have been updated. We look forward to you accessing this document and know that we will continue to update it as we go along. Another thing that we wanted to have you note is Gator time. So Wednesday is going to be the first time that our teachers, well, not the first time, but the first formalized time where our teachers are reaching out to their primary Gator time kids. This Wednesday, we're going to ask teachers to push out the EES Education Effectiveness Survey to all of our students, and we hope that you will really encourage your kids to complete that survey their voices are very important to us as we plan to meet their needs for years to come. You'll see an update to how to access the building for student personal items. So there's lots of good information here, and we'll just continue to update it as we go. And we appreciate very much your partnership and all things IMS, and look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Hey Gators, Mr. Lucas here. Hope you're doing really well. It's exciting to be here with you today to talk about online learning expectations. Look at this document to my right, your left. all the staff and the administrators got together and we talked about what does it mean to participate in a learning environment online. And we created this document to help to guide you with what our expectations are. So let's jump right in. First, respectful tone and style, making sure that the words you're using verbally or online, if you're in a chat, are respectful and kind. Okay, and if someone's not following those expectations, you need to be encouraging them to follow those very politely. You can remind them what the expectations are. And when you go into those breakout rooms, this is an important one because sometimes there's not always a teacher in the breakout room. Make sure that you're self-advocating and you're staying on topic. It can be very easy to be distracted and bring up another topic of conversation, but let's stay focused on what the teachers want us talking about. Engagement and participation, that's our second area. When others are speaking, I actively listen to them. So make sure that you're participating by actively listening and being respectful. Reduce distractions in your workspace. I know this can be hard because we're working in a variety of different spaces and we can't always control what happens around us. Some people are working at the kitchen table. Some people are working in their bedroom. Some people are working at a counter, or I've even seen students working outside. And all of those places, we're going to do our best to not be distracting to our classmates in the class or to ourselves. Another key piece is keeping technology that's maybe not needed for the meeting away because we don't want to be multitasking, right? We don't want to be looking down here on our phone while the teacher's talking to us in the Zoom meeting. So be mindful of that. No multitasking. Let's stay focused on what we should be doing. Attendance and work ethic. Making sure that we're logging into each office hour. So this is important, this section on attendance and work ethic, because if you saw Ms. Budges' video, you'll know that this is feedback that's going to go to families and to you. Your teachers are going to be giving you, that's how they're taking attendance, is giving you a score on that. So make sure you're logging into those office hours. Make sure you're communicating with your teacher even outside of that. We want you emailing them, sending them Schoology messages if you have questions or ideas. Make sure you're following what Schoology says to do, participating in those discussions, and doing the work. That's how we are marked present in our attendance. And if we're doing the work, we're making sure to use that feedback that teachers give us to grow in our work. So we want to see you improving as you're learning more and using that feedback teachers give. It's also important that we make sure to get the work done on time. So you'll see those bullets there as to how it's important to be present and to be participating in this online learning. The last category I want to talk to you about is technology use. This is obviously a very important one because it's how we're accessing our online learning environment. So let's make sure we're doing it appropriately. Number one, log in using your own name. It's fun to log in as somebody else, maybe Mickey Mouse, but we need to see who's entering the meeting and the teacher has to know who it is. So make sure you're using your own name. Keep your microphone muted when you're not speaking. We've all been in those meetings where there's maybe distracting noises coming from another participant. Let's make sure that we're doing everything we can to not be distracting. All right, next one. I use a solid background that is not distracting to the learning environment and keep it the same throughout the meeting. This is also a hard one because Zoom has that great feature where we can have the digital background, but we want to make sure it's not distracting to our classmates. So keep it the same. I know I've been in meetings with family or friends where I've changed it many times. It's very distracting. So let's make sure we're keeping it the same. If you have questions about whether your background is appropriate, make sure to check with your teacher first before logging into a meeting. They'll know what's distracting and what your classmates might be distracted by. So check with them. All right. When you log into that meeting, the teacher's going to do a check-in with you. They want to see you. They want to say hello. And then it's an opportunity for you to ask questions or get extra help. If you don't need that extra help and you would like the time to work, it's okay to log out of the meeting once you've said hello to your teacher and checked with them to see if there's something they need you to do. You don't need to stay in the meeting for the whole hour. Just make sure you're saying hello and checking it with the teacher on what they need from you. And the last one is keeping your posts and comments relevant to the learning task. So these are our expectations of you in this online learning environment. I know you're going to be great because you already are. We're so proud of the hard work that you are already doing in these new circumstances and given new guidelines. You have really stepped up to the challenge, and I am so proud to be an IMS Gator because of you and all the hard work that you're doing. So keep it up. Any questions about this document or the behavior expectations, you can ask any of your teachers or you can send a message to one of the IMS principals. Thank you so much and have a great day.